Hey guys, good afternoon from Dhaka, Bangladesh. How are you all doing? This episode is not a fragrance review, so if you're looking for one, you have to wait for the next video. I am planning to do a fragrance talk, sort of like a vlogging, not morning thoughts. Since I get bashed for doing morning thoughts, I'm gonna be doing afternoon thoughts. Just kidding. But yeah, and some of these topics, I think they are kind of relevant to what's happening around us, and not to cause more drama, because I don't like dramas. I do like dramas. I like watching them, but not to the point when they become personal attacks and sort of like getting personal and nasty. So we actually love this fragrance world. You love this fragrance reviewers, groups, the whole YouTube community. I really love it. And since the day I joined, I always have been trying to become like more positive by the day and enjoy the game as far as the fragrances go. Most important part is fragrances, friendship, love for fragrances, passion, collecting, trying out new stuff, things like this. To me, these are more important than discussing just people doing petty things, jealousy, and all that. So I'll be discussing some of this in the video because this is part of my life. And if you think this is going to be too much drama and you just want to avoid it, I really respect that, no problem. But since I have been dragged into this somewhat by one of the reviewers, I thought I just go over it and I just ignore it like many of the gentlemen did in the YouTube community because they were super chill and cool guys. But sometimes you just want to address something. So perhaps in future we can learn from it and make sure that as united force we just kind of ignore this kind of things, right? So apart from that, I would like to talk about some other issues that's happening in fragrance groups I'm seeing. So there are serious problems. So you might think it's just fragrance game scented waters. No, it has become much more than that, and it's not just close to USA or my country. I've been seeing it in different countries. People are fighting over fragrances, drama, whatnot. So I'll be discussing and addressing some of them. So you can watch it and you can let hopefully you can give some of your insight. I wrote down the points. Oh crap, I wrote down the points here and I'll be going one by one. So without much wasting much time, let's go for the first topic. The first topic is buying and selling in different groups. This thing actually is important because without the products, without the fragrances, it's very difficult to continue your passion or game. If there's no fragrances, if there are no fragrances in the game, if there's nothing that you can purchase or you buy with your hard-earned money, you will not actually have the interest there. If you get it for free, there's no interest there. But anyway, sorry, scent of the afternoon right now because it's very partly cloudy. I'm sorry, cutting it off. But it's a very nice day. There's no sun out there. Today is kind of like gloomy, kind of cool day, almost like winter fall. So I'm going with scent of the afternoon, Pakora Banpurum. Very beautiful, green vanilla based scent. I love that powerhouse. Okay, so I was talking about buying and selling fragrances. Uh, so in the group, you see there are some sellers like who have like shops or outlet or online stores. Some of them are decanting. Some of them are selling their personal bottles. They're different form of selling. And people when they see to go to the other groups, they actually take it for granted that the groups are safe for them and it's not a shady place like sometimes eBay would be. So people prefer Amazon over eBay, like me, because they don't want to be cheated. People want to pay their money and get the product. Fair enough, right? Good trade, good people, and good vibes. But you see a lot of these days, you see people complaining, and then actually there are some of them are true, some of them are misunderstanding, some of them are false. You'll see people often blaming other people that I have given the money, but this guy, kind of like cheated me and robbed me of my money and never sent me the perfume or the original one or the batch that he promised or didn't ship it on time. He lied. Some of the reviewers have been dragged into this too. And I see, it's kind of disturbing because groups are supposed to be of like a safe place for members. So I think in my group I have very strict rules. I made my rules and people hate me for it. They call me community police and everything. But I think it's important because when I run a group, I want to make sure my members are safe. Their interest is being protected. These people are not being cheated, and they can actually trust each member, and we can know each other. Like let's say, I don't let fake profiles sell anything in my group. I do not let unknown people send anything in my group, and I do moderate every single post, seeing if it's relevant to the community, the group. Is it fragrance related or it's the person can be trustworthy, stuff like that. I don't let random sellers come and sell stuff like that with different intentions, right? So I try to maintain some sort of quality and some sort of standard, so people in my country, they are actually they can trust the group and the sellers. So I think, to ensure this issue doesn't happen, we have to make sure that we have, as admins, like if we have different groups, we have to have some sort of control. It shouldn't let the market be open and people do whatever they want, and we say we have no responsibilities as admins because it's none of our business. uh, I think maybe we should take a little bit caution and make sure if we see someone cheated someone before and they have marked this person is not safe seller, maybe, or a buyer who promised to pay also didn't pay, received the product and never paid, and they blocked the other guys. Things like that happen. So you have to make sure these people do not get to sell stuff, and they're extremely rude. I don't let rude people be in my group. They go out of my group, I kick them out. They talk about me, but I don't really care. So buying and selling, big issue. Second one is reviewers gone wild. This is really something I want to address, since let me be very clear. A lot of these reviewers are bashing each other nowadays. Now it almost looks like they lost their mind, and some good reviewers who have a lot of good logics and a very professional way about it, narrating and all that, they have given their response videos, and I appreciate all of that. See, remember the thing is, the whole world is supposed to be a free will kind of a thing. If you're doing a fragrance game, it's not just scented waters. It's about your love, what you love, who you follow, which reviewer you follow, you trust, which company that you buy a fragrance from. It's totally up to you. Okay, hold on. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. So I was saying that the thing is, this whole thing, which reviewer is going to follow, which reviewers get more number of subscribers, they get more likes, views. It depends. It totally depends on people, viewers. They will choose who they like. If you are thinking you are here for the subscribers, you want to do flashy things, it's all okay as long as you're not breaking the law. Anybody can do anything. Anybody can say Savage is the best fragrance to them. It's better than any niche house he smelled. It's totally fair because that's his opinion, and his opinion is his opinion, and I respect that. I give an opinion that's just my opinion. Whatever I'm saying here is my opinion. I'm not trying to enforce it on you, or rather say like you have to believe in this, you have to accept it or trust me and everything. I'm just letting you know my feelings, and it's up to you how you judge it, right? I leave it up to you. So when I saw Eugene doing the video, there are a lot of good people say, not a lot, there are actually minority of people who said they actually totally enjoyed the video. It was so entertaining and everything. I think those people are not all right, because that's what they want to do secretly, but they're just too afraid to do it. I've seen two big reviewers doing it, who are two of my favorite reviewers, and I lost kind of respect for them. Not going to mention their names, but they know who they are, and they actually quite enjoy that. It means that they actually do have this sort of sentiment towards nice guys like Steven, Red Lessons, Frag Boys Tui, every single guy who have been mentioned there. And I was somewhat honored to be mentioned there, number 9. I'm like, wow, I have beaten Demi Rolling. Anyway, I'm just joking, by the way. I'm not honored at all. But see, Dan Norton has addressed it beautifully. Fragmental did, and a lot of other reviewers who did that and said some valid points. I'm going to add to some of that. First of all, it's not the subscriber subscriber base that counts the most. I think Eugene, you smells good. He has like 4,000 something. He had subscribers and had 170 videos, which is let's say compared to some other reviewers who have 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. It doesn't mean that who has bigger subscriber base is a better reviewer than him. I will say it. I will give hands down. Eugene is one of the best reviewers in terms of nose. Forget about Guerlain. Whatever he reviews, he gives it honest opinion, frank opinion, and he knows his fragrances. Definitely respect for that, right? But if someone comes and claims that I have a bigger subscriber base, so I'm better reviewer, no, like nothing like that. I personally really respect him. I have 5 times more subscriber base than him, but doesn't make me a better reviewer than him. I'm still a newbie here. I'm just doing my designers when he's doing niche and very unknown fragrances that I don't even know. But honest, one thing I would like to say is, just like we respect reviewer like that, let's say reviewer like Greggy Boy or Rene, we have massive respect for these people. We have been watching them since we started our journey, and we always share their videos. I have shared Eugene's video, Rene's video, Greggy Boy's video regularly in my group. I haven't seen many reviewers doing that kind of courtesy in their groups, because they're mostly all about them. They mind their own business. There's nothing wrong with it. They mind their own business. They do their own thing. They do their niche, and they just care about sharing their passion without worrying about subscriber base, crowd pleasing, get more views, get the latest fragrances. They have different mindset. But the other side, flip side, there are a lot of reviewers who want to be recognized. They want to be loved. They want to do the work, so they are still within the rotation of people discussion. Like you stay relevant. So we do everyday videos. Some of the reviewers, they do brand new releases, whatever being released they review. I understand the frustration can come from people when they say, hey, this fragrance just came out yesterday and I'm just reviewing it today just to push it and sell it to people. See, there are two sides of it. Yes, the frustration should be there, but the thing is, what are you doing on your part? Are you discussing those fragrances? Are you taking those people who are looking for budget fragrance, $20, $30, $40? No, you are not. If I'm talking about Eugene, he's not that kind of a reviewer. He's catering for his own niche, own taste, whereas we are talking about the trash, so-called trash fragrances that he meant. Very disrespectful, definitely. And it shows his mindset. It doesn't matter mental health, whatever you're going through issue, you should definitely never do something that is not right. You can say stuff, you can criticize people, just like Dan Norton said. You can, no problem, but do it in a tasteful manner. I mean, there's nothing funny about it. You're saying that, this guy's choice is trash, he's retarded, he's that. I mean, it says a lot about you, not about them, right? And it looks really silly that, it sometimes make people start thinking, is he jealous because he doesn't have enough subscribers? He's been working for 5, 6, 7 years and he's such a big reviewer, but hardly people know him and no one mentions him anywhere. It's kind of painful, I understand. Let's say old reviewer has 1/10 of subscriber count than newer reviewers who just started for a year. Those people must be doing something right. Kuba knows, Big Beard B, Ashton, Timmy. I do not watch all the reviewers, but I do have respect for them because they have good editing skills, they have good knowledge, they have money to afford a lot of other fragrances, which I cannot do. I just buy the ones that I love. This is why I love every single fragrance that I review, because I buy the fragrance with my money and I chosen only the ones that I love. I'm not like those reviewers sponsored by Naughty or Fragrance X, nothing wrong with it, but when you receive it for free, then you can say I haven't bought it, so I liked it or do not like it. I have the option to return it. I don't have options to return it, right? So you have to see, you do not simply just bash something people love. Cool water, you do not bash people who love cool water. That's not a good mindset as a senior reviewer, not a good mindset. Then when you're saying those are trash, basically you're saying perhaps you have to pay hundreds of dollars to be recognized or respected. I have said this in my group, which is also I do not respect, I'm sorry to say. Just because niche are there, and that's not the only fragrances. People can choose whatever they want. $10, $5 cologne, Playboy, whatever they wish. That is the beauty of the game. The love must be real. It's not how much you pay. If you're saying I'm rich and you're poor, it's showing that you're showing the middle finger to people. So thing is, if you're not a people's person, you are not very social, you just do your own thing and you just have your own niche, we respect that. But do not go to the other people's channel who are not talking about people, like Steven, those nice people. They are not even talking about other reviewers. They're minding a business, and who are you to judge them, right? They're doing their thing. Do your own thing, right? I mean, they're catering for people, youngsters, a lot of other people. They took more time. They did a lot more videos than you. I have done more than 1,000 videos, and in 2 years' time, that takes dedication. That takes, I'm saying you are dedicated, but a lot of other people are dedicated too, right? So the purpose of reviewers, take the reviews. I think usually people who are smart, they do not take it as absolute. If they love a reviewer, they take it as absolute, as in, like, let's say Sebastian Zara says this review is, this fragrance is legit. I'll go blind by it. Do you know why? Because I know his taste. I know he doesn't play around. I know, I'm not just saying him. Even Dan Norton says I will do the same thing. But some reviewers like that, they're very serious. Some reviewers, they want to make it entertaining. They want to do more laughter, they want to put more editing and then memes and stuff. It's for entertainment purpose, right? So this is sort of like, take it with a light heart, enjoy everything, try to laugh, try not to be so cynical about everything, like, I don't know, senile about everything, like you hate it. I hate when the reviews, I cannot stand. That doesn't send a very good message, and people who are supporting him, I think you are losing respect as senior reviewers. I mean, even if you started the game. Okay, so next is drama over fragrances. A lot of these members nowadays, they are fighting over fragrances. They are like, I have bought this fragrance and someone comes and trashes it. He's like, your fragrance, it's not this. Buy Parfums de Marly is better than your designer. Then someone else buys a fragrance from a shop, and then they find out the fragrances are, different prices, and they are like from different sources, and you start a big drama over it, and you start having a huge, like, sent me of the day of the kind of post, and then it actually is kind of silly. So when you do that, go overboard, people can get really, really annoyed. So these are some family, like, sort of like too much drama over this fragrances, nowadays. I don't know why. Next is haters. This is very interesting. you might think like I'm gonna bash the haters. No, I'm gonna just say I would like to say thanks to haters, not just my haters. Every single haters, everybody has their own haters, and the haters are religious. And they have a life, they have a goal, they have a motto. They wake up with heart filled with tar and hatred, and they just want dying to find new review so they can dislike it. So when you see that 10, 20 odd dislikes, do not take it to so hard at in your heart, because these people, they are born to do it. They cannot do any review on their own. They don't have the love or the passion or the money to buy fragrances. They're just jealous. And I know there are some kids in Bangladesh, they just keep talking about me, but they still watch my video, and I enjoy that because they're giving me a view. Even if you hit a dislike, it gets me a lot more notice than many other reviewers. But I would like to say thanks, because the haters make me do wanna do better work, do more reviews. When I'm down, I come back and do 2 3 reviews more. So they are putting petrol in my passion. So as long as I'm alive, I'm not perfect, of course, but thanks to the haters. So I don't mind haters. You shouldn't hate haters when they hate a dislike, and shouldn't take it so seriously. It's what they can do. It's not who you are. It doesn't define who you are. And last but not least, I want to talk about latest releases. People have issues with people reviewing latest fragrances, and they bash others. Like, I would say one reviewer said recently, I like to review. I'll say Mark, of course. He's my fragrance guru. So I'm talking with a lot of respect. I'm not bashing the guy, but I like to criticize him as a fan, as a student, as a viewer, whatever. Mark says, I don't like to rush my reviews. I take my time. I do it after 1 year. So my thing is the two side of the story once again. When a fragrance comes out, people have interest for that particular time. Some people are not gonna wait 1 year for the fragrance to go to the mall and buy it. They want to see what's the initial impression of a fragrance. Is it good or not? What 5 reviewers are saying. When I look at a review, I see 5 reviews. What is everybody saying? I do not take as absolute. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. When Mark says, go buy this, I go buy it. You guys know this. Mark, I mentioned in every single video. Jeremy did once he was doing good. I used to follow him. I did a lot of purchases because of him. Sebastian Zaranow, Dan Norton, Steven. Any reviewers you name, I respect their nose. But if you're thinking like people are trying to push sell and trying to act like agents, simply do not watch them, unsubscribe from them, and do not buy their recommended products. Simple as that, right? Or get a sample, go to the mall and see it for yourself on the skin. You might like it, you may not like it. You may agree with the reviewer, may not agree with the reviewer. It's not that complicated. So it's not a matter of life or death. So only time I would see reviewers saying, I hate these reviewers who do brand new fragrance reviews every day, dollars and cents. One channel, he will do every single fragrance, even if it's out in the market, he will have a review. So I think that is actually very helpful for majority of people. Not everybody is those. I have seen one reviewer who has not much fame, or I do not think he has a lot of views, but I've seen his video. He comes around, he talks wise, he has good taste, good reviewer, but he says, I actually appreciate people who hate. There must be hate on fragrance, and I appreciate what Eugene did. And I think these fragrances that all designer is that trash, these are this bad, and I absolutely hate every single fragrance, almost like that. And he said there are some great fragrances. He meant some niche fragrances. You have to understand, just like we respect the niche fragrance lovers, absolutely we respect your taste, your complex nose that you love, something complex. At the same time, on the flip side, there are majority of people who are not as rich as the niche collectors. Most of the niche collectors have more money. It's just fact. If you have money, you can buy Creeds and M-Wash. Not everybody can buy it, but everybody can buy a Versace. People who have money also can buy a Versace. So this whole factor, the reviewers trying to provide for majority of crowd out there. So I also do that. I have like mixed bag of reviews. Older fragrances, newer fragrances, discontinued fragrances, niche, some of them, some sample reviews, some latest, some unknown hidden gems. I try to mix it up. If you see my channel, if you see the video content, I have reviews like Jaipur, EDP. I have a lot of reviews like this. I have introduced a lot of fragrances that got hit in Bangladesh. It feels good. It feels good to be recognized. I'm not gonna lie to you. Do I make money from YouTube? No, but I have my page, so I do decanting. Everything is in the open. How do I feel my fragrance game? How do I work 24 hours? Passion, hard work, and I have this page going. It's my way of working. Everybody has their own way of working. So remember this, please, guys. As a viewer, remember this. We have to be fair to everybody, and we have to let people enjoy. Let them have their space. Respect. If let's say someone is silly, they're buying Mont Blanc Explorer for $90. Let them buy if they want to buy. What's your problem in that? You're trying to save the world, but are you doing reviews or buying the new fragrances? No. Those other reviewers, they're taking the trouble. They're going and asking for a bottle so they can review it for people. If people do not have a problem, what's the, like so much care for these reviewers? They want to protect their Fragcomm and everything. I believe majority of people, they just want something nice, don't want to bother so much about complexity, what is this and that. Everybody has the interest in this particular brand new fragrance. Yes, they would love to get a full-on review after a year, but they would also like to know when Spice Bomb Extreme, not Spice Bomb Night Vision comes out, show us the bottle, show us like what it initially smells like, so we have an idea, right? So you might find it as annoying, but many people find it as helpful, right? So the kind of people we have, different kind of audience. Some audience are really not bothered about what's going on the Fragcomm. They just want to smell good. Some people, they just want something complex because their nose has developed so much. And many of these people, reviewers and people, they have become like sort of like unhappy. I feel, before I finish, let me say, I never fail to appreciate or respect someone's fragrance, even if it's basic, because that's where I started. I started with Cool Waters. I started with CK1. I started with Fahrenheit. These fragrances are always going to be something that I respect, even if I do not wear them, not going to trash them, because that's my basic. Daniel Desire Red is my basic. Lacoste Pour Homme is my basic. Hugo Boss bottle is my basic. So if someone I see is wearing it, I let them enjoy, and then slowly let them progress, mature over the time. We have to give people these, spaces so for them to enjoy. If someone's using an Azaro fragrance, doesn't make him any less lover of a fragrance than the expensive hundreds of dollars of Xerjoff, Rajada. Full respect to them, but not everybody can afford by Killians or expensive fragrances like that. And no one wants like a 5 ml decant over a 105 ml bottle. If you talk about Aventus versus City Name Club de Intense Man. So yeah, I mean, it's a crazy world out there. I respect everybody. I respect whoever has better collection than me, who has two colognes in their collection, who uses body sprays and they are happy about it. It's all that matters. Happiness. That's the whole purpose. We do this Fragcomm. We have to spread positivity, and we have to really look at this trend of hatred, bashing, and bashing people for being nice. That is ridiculous. Bashing a fragrance for being so pleasant. What are we becoming? We're becoming so unhappy. We are dismissing everything, and we have very little left that we can enjoy. I think maybe perhaps I am not one of them. I like to be happy guy. I like to be simple. I like to be a little bit dumb even, no problem. But I like to enjoy my fragrance game. I like people when they review it from their heart and happiness and the space. I don't want to bash someone. If I can, I will support them by sharing their reviews and say, guys, please help this brother, get him some more subscribers so he's more motivated to do more reviews. And it's going expanding all over the world. I think it's a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing. Anybody who's reviewing even doesn't know anything about fragrance, but he's taking the time to be talking about fragrance that he really loves. Respect. I think that's what Mark started as, and that was his goal. I mean, I had a vision in Bangladesh that fragrance game would be big in Bangladesh. Today it's happening. I feel very proud and happy. Of course, I'm not saying it's my contribution. I mean, it's my it's not this whole credit belongs to me, but credit belongs to people who also played the game together, who buy fragrances from other people, who sell fragrances. Whoever is involved in the whole process, respect. Right? Everybody have a nice day, and I'll be doing a review. Perhaps let me see which one I can review. Hopefully you enjoyed the topic, and do let me know your thoughts. See you soon. Bye bye.